Welcome back YouTube. I'm here with yet another video, and in this one we are going to discuss about stacks in Java. Now first of all, what is a stack in Java? A stack is a type of linear data structure used to store a collection of data like with arrays. However, stacks are based on LIFO, last in first out. For example, a pile of books inside a box is like a stack. You can only find the books at the very bottom by taking out the ones on top, as shown in the next image. There are various functions and methods to learn about in stacks, which we will discuss next. Stacks have 5 main methods in Java: the push method, the pop method, the peek method, the search method, and the empty method. We will discuss all of these in detail inside IntelliJ. So as you can see, I'm over here in IntelliJ and I have this main.java class with its main method where all of our code will be running. So the first thing we need to do is we need to create a new stack. So we can do so by typing in stack string my stack equals new stack string and open close parentheses. Now our word stack over here is highlighted in red, and this is because we actually have to import the stack module into our Java class. So we can do so by clicking on it and then pressing Alt Enter. So as you can see, it imported the stack module into our Java class now. The first method we'll be looking at in Java stacks is the push method, which essentially adds an element to the very top of a stack. Let's say we have 3 cards and each card is painted in a specific color, so red, green or blue, and we need those cards to be piled up on top of each other so that there's a red card at the very top, and then there's a green card, and then there's a blue card at the very bottom. Let's take these 3 colors as strings and we can actually add them to our stack like this: my stack dot push blue, then we can replace these with green and red. Now the reason we did this in such an order that is reverse to this is because we need to add the item at the very bottom first and then the item above it into our stack. So I'll show you by printing it. So we can print our stack. And it returns blue, green and red. Now it's pretty difficult to visualize this because technically red is at the very top of the stack and blue should be at the very bottom. So just ignore how it prints out for now. The next method we are going to be looking at is the pop method in a stack. Now what this does is it removes the item at the very top of a stack. So if we want to remove red, we can just type my stack dot pop, and it removes the value of red from our stack. So let's print it out so that we can see what it did. Now it returns blue and green because we removed the value of red from our stack by typing in the pop method. So we can remove elements from our stack like so. The next method I want to talk about is the peek method, which looks at the item at the very top of our stack. So if we type in system.out.println my stack dot peek, and if we run it, it should return green because we removed the value of red. So now green is at the very top. So we can look at this further if I add another item. So my stack dot push, let's say something like orange, and if you run it, it returns orange because now our stack has orange in addition to blue and green. The next method we are going to be taking a look at is the search method in a stack. What this method does is that it looks up the position of an element in our stack from the very top of the stack. So we can check this out by typing in system.out.println my stack.search orange. So what this does is this searches for our orange value in our stack, and it returns the position from the very top. So if we run it, we get 1 because orange is the first item that can be found from the top of the stack. Now let's do the same thing but for another element. We can type in my stack.search for something like blue. Now it should return the position of blue, which is 3. We get 3 because blue is the very last item in the stack, or the third item from the very top. The next method we are going to be taking a look at is the empty method in a stack. So what this does is that it checks whether a stack is empty or not. So if it's empty, it returns true, or if it's not empty, it returns false. So we can check this by typing in if my stack.empty equals true, then print out stack is empty. Else print out stack is not empty. So let's run it, and this returns stack is not empty because this actually has 3 values, which is orange, green and blue. Now let's change up our stack so that there's no elements. So my stack dot pop, and we do this 3 times because there's 3 elements in our stack. And now it returns stack is empty because we removed all 3 values in our stack. So that was it for this video, and if you want the code to this video, that is this Java project, it should be there in my GitHub, which I will provide a link in the description below. And make sure you subscribe and like the video. I'll see you guys next time.